Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream today um, on how to get your spot offer from Huddersfield University. So, first of all, the plan is today just to run through a quick presentation on all things Huddersfield. So, just like an information dump on all things Huddersfield. Then I'll just run through some quick questions at the end of it just to see how much you've remembered. And then after that, I'll talk about the spot offers. So there's a session tomorrow for the one-to-ones. So I'll talk about how you're going to get your spot offer, what sort of things you need to bring along. And then at the end, I'll just be taking any questions. So yeah, I'll just get into it. So I'll start with the presentation. So yeah, welcome to the Facebook Live, University of Huddersfield. So yeah, I'll just quickly tell you all the good things, all the great things about Huddersfield. So just meeting the South Asia team. So those that handle Bangladesh. So Siobhan Marshall, so she is regional manager for South Asia. And her fun fact is she has to travel to obscure destinations around the world, including the Snake Temple in Malaysia. Don't know if anyone's been there. And that's me on the right. So I'm international officer for Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and Nepal. And my fun fact is I can say, and that is Welsh for anyone wondering. So where is Huddersfield? Huddersfield is based in West Yorkshire. It is central in the UK with great access to large cities. So as you can see on the map there, you've got Leeds close, Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham. A lot of great cities very, very close by to Huddersfield. It's close to the beautiful Yorkshire countryside, so I'm not sure if many of you like hiking or walks or things like that, but the countryside is very, very beautiful and it's very near as well. And direct access to the world. So Manchester International Airport is only about 1 hour away, and that's by train. It's also 20 minutes to Leeds, 35 minutes to Manchester city centre, and 3 hours from London. And these are all by train. So it's a safe, vibrant, inclusive, friendly, cosmopolitan, and multicultural town. It's also very, very safe. So there's secure campus facilities open 24 hours. There's also a super low cost of living in Huddersfield that I will touch on later. And also a well-catered town centre. So everything that the campus doesn't have, the town centre probably does. And the town centre is only about 5 minutes away, if that, maybe actually about 2 minutes. So yeah, very close to the centre as well. So the campus, so nearly £200 million has been spent on the campus in recent years. As you can see, that massive robot arm on the right, it's quite something to see in real life. Yeah, it's super futuristic. Obviously, that's just one of many cool things at Huddersfield. So there's lots of superb facilities to support and enhance courses and university life. So I started recently in January, and I found that out there's a beautiful mixture of historic-looking versus stunning modern buildings. The campus is very, very modern. It's very, very nice. There's also plenty of cafes, facilities, and areas to explore. I'm still finding new places on campus that I haven't seen yet. So it does take quite a while to get around everything. And it's a centralized campus, as I said, next to the town centre, and the access is brilliant. We also have a new health innovation campus opened in autumn 2024 for those of you going down the health sciences route. And also we have accommodation nearby. So the accommodation is about a 5-minute walk from the campus, 5 to 10 minutes, no matter all the options. Yeah, so the maximum you're going to be walking is about 10 minutes. So yeah, the accommodation is very centralized as well. So this is just a quick overview of the campus map. As you can see, we have a canal running through our campus, which I think is very, very unique. I'm pretty sure we're the only UK university that has a canal running through. So we're the only UK university where you can actually kayak to your lectures. Obviously, that's a joke, but I mean, you probably could. But yeah, so that's just a quick overview of the campus. The international office where I'm based is all the way in the far left, number 33, that just right next to the canal. But yeah, it's quite a big campus. And as I said, lots of new modern buildings, and it's very, very nice and modern. So, which is academic quality, which is very important. So Huddersfield is triple TEF gold. So TEF is Teaching Excellence Framework. So what these are measured on is student experience. So obviously the experience that the student has whilst at university. So the lectures, clubs, the campus, all things that they're going to experience whilst they're at Huddersfield. Student outcomes, so obviously after they graduate, do they get a good job? Did the degree help them get their job? Is it degree associated? Things like that are considered. And obviously overall, just an overall look at Huddersfield. So we got the gold, and we built the only university in Yorkshire and the Humber, which is a county in England, and the northwest of England, to achieve gold ratings in all three aspects of the TEF, among those announced in September 2023. Actually, only 13 universities out of the 96 that were announced in September 2023 were actually gold in all three ratings. So Huddersfield is with some very prestigious company. So the QS World University Rankings 2025, we were ranked 49th among UK universities. And we were actually the most improved UK university. So this means that over the past 5 years, we have risen the most places out of all of the UK universities. So we got the recognition award for the most improved in the UK. So we have a high reputation with employers and among academics around the world. We're ranked highly for international students, sustainability, international faculty, and international research network. We also have international renown, and we're a great destination for researchers. So just to touch on some of our best courses. So music, we're actually 6th in the UK, 20th in the whole world. Performing arts, 11th in the UK, 32nd in the world. Forensic science, we're 5th in the UK. Education and economics, we're both 10th in the UK. And just to touch on a few more, so one of our highest, information systems and management, which is obviously with the computing and engineering school, we're actually 3rd in the UK. Petroleum, we're top 150 in the world. Midwifery, we're 6th in the UK. And criminology, 20th in the UK. Nursing, top 200 in the world. So a lot of our courses are performing very, very well in the UK, but also in the world. Also, our business school in December 2023, it was named Business School of the Year at the prestigious Times Higher Education Awards 2023. So the awards judges commended the business school for how it has embedded itself in its local region, putting an emphasis on supporting the local Huddersfield communities. So another prestigious award that Huddersfield picked up. We also have lots of very prestigious industry accreditations, varying from ACCA to the CIM, BCS. So yeah, as I said, lots of very prestigious accreditations that Huddersfield have also as well. So this is just a quick, a good resource for finding out all things about your course on the Huddersfield website. So it's just called the Course Finder. So if you want to do a deep dive into your course, learn a bit more, just type in Course Finder Huddersfield and it will pop up. It's got lots of good information about entry requirements, placements, facilities, fees, and lots of other important information. So make sure to check it out. So English language requirements. So these are the general ones. So we have Cambridge English Advanced, which is grade C, and the IELTS. So generally it's 6.0 with no lower than 5.5 in any element. However, for some courses, this might be slightly higher. For example, no lower than 6.0 in any element. We also do accept TOEFL, although the home edition is not accepted. Pearson, GCSE or GCO level. But bear in mind, some of these do have a validity. So the Cambridge English Advanced doesn't expire. However, the IELTS does. However, we do accept many qualifications from around the world. But if you're ever unsure of the entry requirements, just get in touch with myself. Some very, very important deadlines. So the application deadline is very, very soon. It's in 4 days, so 13th of July. And then you need to meet your conditions by the 15th of August. So that's things like your deposit and your qualifications, things like that. So you need to prove that you are who you are, pay your deposit, and then you meet the conditions by the 15th of August, and it's good. However, for January, obviously you've got a bit more time. So the postgraduate application deadline is the 7th of November, and the condition meeting deadline is the 1st of December. So we also have very, very good placement opportunities at Huddersfield. So nearly all undergraduate programs offer an optional 1-year paid placement after the second year of study, while some of our master's courses offer a 6-month work placement. And these would be paid as well. So you'd be getting good experience, and you'd also be earning a bit of money as well. So just some examples of some of our placement students. So Panis went to Syngenta, Suki went to Radisson Blu, Khaled, who was doing automotive and motorsport engineering, he ended up at Rock Engineering Limited. And some of the biggest companies were interested in Huddersfield students. So Ariba, she ended up at Microsoft. I'm sure most of you know what Microsoft is. And Omar, he ended up at Red Bull F1 Racing, who last year won the Formula One with Max Verstappen. So another very big company there. So just a few good examples of some of our placements in recent years. We also have the Job Shop and also Career Guidance. So the Careers and Employability Service operates impartially when advertising job opportunities and working with employers. So everyone gets an equal opportunity to get the very, very best opportunities available at Huddersfield. And the Careers and Employability Service will do their absolute best to help you get that job as well. So as I said earlier, Huddersfield is very, very cheap. So just to start with the course fees, so undergraduate in 24-25 was 16,500 to 19,800. Postgraduate 17,600 to 19,800, and postgraduate research, so things like MRes, £17,600. Well, starting from. So just to touch on the scholarships, the maximum that Huddersfield award at the moment is £4,000. This is AAB UK A level equivalent. Same for postgraduate. So the scholarship is £4,000 is the most you can get. And the grade required to get this would be a first or an equivalent to a first. However, if you do meet the general entry requirements, so for example, if your course says that you need BBC in a UK A level equivalent, and you get this, then you would get the £2,000 scholarship. Most students do get a scholarship, and this would be at least £2,000. So, as I said, the cost of living is very, very low. In 2024, we had the second lowest average rent cost in the whole of the UK. However, this has gone up slightly, as it has with everywhere. So it's more likely to be in the region of about £400 a month at the moment. But I always do compare to London. So when compared to London, which is about £1,000 a month, you're saving about £600 a month. So if you did a full undergraduate course at Huddersfield, compared to London, you would save about £22,000. And that's quite a lot of money. So definitely something to think about. So student support. So just to run through our student support and services. So we do have the international office where I work, always on hand to offer student support. We have academic and English school support to help you with English skills, personal academic tutors. We have the award-winning career service that I've touched on, accommodation support, which I'll talk about very, very soon. We also have the Joe Cox Faith Centre, so a building on campus dedicated to students who need to pray while they're at campus or just need to take 5 minutes. We also have the medical centre, we have the Students' Union, and we have wellbeing and disability services as well. So student life. So we have global societies, academic societies, and clubs. And you don't need to, anyone can join any society. So me, I'm from Wales. I could join the Chinese Society. I could join the Japanese Society. I could join the Nigerian Society. Obviously, I'm none of those. I'm not from any of those places, but yeah, it's very inclusive. So if you want to go along and learn about China, feel free to go along to the Chinese Society. Yeah, so as I said, very inclusive. It's just a lot of options for students. And yeah, it's a great way to meet people. So accommodation, we have HudLet, which is the letting agency run by Huddersfield Students' Union, and it's for students. And it has all types of accommodation support. So it's all the accommodations very close proximity to the campus. So very, very easy to get into the campus. We have many accommodation options as well. And accommodation to suit all budgets. So if you have a little bit more or a little bit less money, that doesn't matter. They're still going to find you a place. So yeah, it's a very, very good service, and it's very helpful for the students as well. So there's always good availability, and there's excellent cost of living, as I've talked about, for the accommodation. So just to round off, so what makes Huddersfield a great choice? It has a very, very low cost of living. So not just the rent, but everything else. So if you went into the town centre, a cup of coffee is going to be cheaper than it is in London. Clothes are going to be cheaper. The bus is going to be cheaper. Everything you can think of is going to be cheaper in Huddersfield. We have the great course accreditations, very good placements and employability opportunities for students. The very high course quality and range, as I touched on, such as music being 6th in the UK. Information management and systems was 3rd in the UK. The campus and location of the campus. So as I said, very close to the town centre, about 2-minute walk. So obviously that's great for students. So as I said, everything the campus doesn't have, the city centre probably does. Scholarships and fees, so we offer £4,000. Obviously that's the maximum you can get. And academic support and reputation. So help from your tutors, the TEF Gold. This would link to the course accreditations as well. Yeah, Huddersfield is great. And I'm a bad liar, so yeah. Yeah, so just a very important checklist before submitting an application. So are you suitable for the program? So this is just to not waste your time, essentially. Do you have access to funds to cover your tuition fee and living costs? Do you have credibility of your maintenance? So enough money to sustain yourself in the UK? And have you done your study checks? Do you have all documents and evidence to support a smooth application? And obviously very important, have you checked your visa history and got evidence of such? If not, please gather your visa first. And just on previous visa refusals, if you have been rejected from another country, such as Canada, for example, you will unfortunately be rejected from Huddersfield. Yeah, so just to read through, applications should not be submitted if an applicant has had a previous visa refusal. If you've had a visitor visa refusal not on credibility grounds, this must be declared in the application. However, failure to declare at application stage may result in a CAS not being issued. So just be very transparent with all of your previous visa history. And that brings the presentation to an end. So I'll just run through some quick questions. Okay, so in the chat, I've got a few questions. So please type in the chat what you think the answer to the question is. It's just to test your knowledge on Huddersfield. Okay, so where is Huddersfield? Is it Northwest England, Northeast England, South England, or Wales? So please just type in the chat. Yeah, so, well, the only answer that we did get, Sharia, North England, if you wish to answer. Yeah, so the answer to the question is Northwest England. So if you remember, it's near Manchester, it's near Liverpool, it's near Leeds. Although Leeds would probably just be the north, to be fair. So if you said the North England or Sharia, you said the north of England. Very well done. So true or false, Huddersfield received the Silver TEF Gold Award in 2023. Okay, so Kanij has answered. Any other answers? So just true or false. Huddersfield received the Silver TEF Gold Award in 2023. Okay, so that one is false. It received the Gold TEF award in 2023. Sorry, Sharia, it was actually false. And who else? Kanij? Yeah, it was false. So it received the gold, not the silver. So this wasn't covered in the presentation, but do you guys know what percentage you would need in your postgraduate? It's okay, sure. It's okay. It doesn't matter. Um, I'll just tell. Actually, I'll just tell you guys. You need 60% in your postgraduate to get into Huddersfield. So that is a two. Oh, sorry, my bad. You need 50%. That's a 2-2. I'll just go on to the next one. So, do you guys remember the name of the Huddersfield student accommodation? I'll give you a hint. It starts with HUD. So HUD something. So HUD something. Just the name of the student accommodation support. Sharia, I'm sure you've got an answer for me. Okay, so it's HUDlets. So HUDLETS, HUDlets. Okay, so true or false, Huddersfield is in the top 50 UK universities on the QS World Rankings 2025. True or false, Huddersfield is in the top 50 of UK universities in the QS Rankings 2025. Sadia, I'm not sure if your answer came through a bit late, but yes, it was HUDlets. That is the name of the student accommodation. And also, yes, it is true. So Sharia and Ismail, very well done. It is true. It was ranked 49th. Okay, just a couple more. Yep, that's correct, Sharia. So we'll just do two more. True or false, Huddersfield won Business School of the Year in 2023. True or false? So that is true. It did win Business School of the Year 2023, and it was with the Times Higher Education Awards. So well done, Ismail, again. And then just the last one. So in 2023, was Huddersfield the second lowest rent in the UK? True or false? Huddersfield was the second lowest average rent in the UK, in the whole of the UK. Okay, so that one is true. It was the second lowest rent in the UK. Currently the prices have gone up slightly, but still very, very cheap. So at the moment, it's top 10 in the UK for the cheapest. However, in 2023, it was the second lowest. So I'll just talk about, which I'm sure most of you are here for, the spot offers. So yeah, let me just bring that up. So how do the spot offers work? So when you attend the spot offer session, here is what we're going to be checking. So first of all, let's just start with your course preference. So we will confirm which course you're interested in, and obviously if there's places available still. Then we'll check your documents. So we will review your academic qualifications and other relevant documents to see if you meet the entry requirements. Then we'll ask about any previous UK visa refusals or studies in the UK. And then lastly, academic progression. We'll check that your new course represents academic progression, and that you haven't already studied at the same level. And if everything looks good, you could receive a spot offer on the day. So this is the application checklist. So this is available on the Huddersfield website. So just to run through it, are you ready to make an application? So please use this useful checklist to make sure you have everything you need to begin your application. So I'm running the session tomorrow. So it's 9 a.m. UK time. So the same time as today, just tomorrow. So if you are going to come along tomorrow, you will need your academic transcripts, mark sheets, and certificates, your English language test scores, such as an IELTS, a personal statement or statement of purpose detailing why you wish to study the course you're applying for and why this complements your long-term career aspirations. You will need to bring your references. Dependent on your course, you might need a portfolio. So please check on the course finder if you do need a portfolio. You will need sponsorship confirmation if your fees are going to be paid by your government. To prove who you are, you will need a copy of your current valid passport, a CV detailing your employment and work experience if applicable. If you are an international student already living in the UK, you must provide a copy of your current visa and full details of what you are studying. And lastly, if you have studied in the UK previously or had any visa refusals for any country, you must also provide full information and documentation for this at this stage. So if you have not completed your current qualifications as of yet, so you, for example, don't have your transcripts or mark sheets, please ensure you fully detail what you are studying in your application. And also, references are only required for certain courses. So please ensure that you provide them if they are stated in the entry requirements for the course. So I will leave the application checklist list on the screen whilst I take questions. So I'm just looking at the comments here. So please put in questions or any questions that you might have about the spot offers tomorrow. Yes, I will share my contact with you now. I'm having a bit of trouble joining the Facebook live chat, so I'll just put it on the screen. Let me just get it for you. Hello. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, so I hope you can see my screen. So it has the application checklist. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so the application checklist is there. So if you just want to refresh and remind yourself of the checklist, and then my contact details are at the top. So it's c.o'connor@hud.ac.uk. So yeah, as I said, I'm more than happy to take some questions now. So just write them away in the comments, and I will do my best to answer them. Okay, guys, if you haven't received your offer letter yet, please just get in touch with me on that email rather than on the chat. So just for the next however long, just questions about the spot offers. So just any questions about tomorrow. So anything that isn't your offer letter, that would be great. So yeah. Okay, so the CAS turnaround is about a week. So if you have met all your conditions and you've paid the deposit as well, then yeah, you should be getting your CAS very, very soon, and also your unconditional offer. So admissions will get to you. Just please have some patience. Yeah, it's a very busy time. Yep. So anything regarding admissions, please just get in touch on the email at the top there. So it's c.o'connor@hud.ac.uk. Can I accept MOI for English qualifications? It's as a general rule of thumb, no, we don't accept MOI. But sometimes we can do it on an individual basis. So worst case scenario, you will just have to do an English test. However, if you have been taught in English for a number of years, as I said, sometimes on an individual basis we can accept MOIs, but generally we don't. So I would just try. I would apply. Prove that you have been studying or working in English. And then, yeah, the admissions team will review it and maybe you will get the pass. But worst case scenario, you'll just have to pay for one of the English tests. So how can I join tomorrow's one-to-one? So AHZ got in touch with me, asked about can we do it on Zoom? So yeah, it'll be on a Zoom call tomorrow. I'm sure they will send the link promptly after this. But yeah, so it's going to be on Zoom and I will get the link out there. So obviously you can come along to the spot offer session. Is there a master's program focused on writing for marketing? I'm not sure off the top of my head, Famida, sorry. But as I said, please check the Huddersfield website for details on specific courses and just to check out what courses Huddersfield has on offer, because we do have quite a wide variety of courses. So you might find a course that you didn't know existed, and you might just find a course that is perfect for you. So I would highly recommend just checking out the website, having a read, even just about some general information about Huddersfield that I might not have touched on today. Yeah, so whilst I don't know off the top of my head, please do check the website, and I'm sure you find a course that might be the exact course you're looking for, but it might be something similar. what kind of support does the university offer? So as I touched on in the presentation, we have a variety of support and services on offer for international students. For example, we have the Students' Union, we have the International Office, you'd have your personal academic tutor, you would have your societies, you would have your lecturers, obviously you would have friends that you make on these in these lectures on your course. For example, when I was at university myself, I suppose my main point of support would have been the Students' Union and also my tutor. So the Students' Union, they're always going to be on hand to help in any way they can, and also your personal tutor is likely to be the same. And if they can't help, then they're going to point you in the right direction where you can receive the support you need. However, with accommodation, it's going to be through Hudlets. However, that is an off branch of the Students' Union. So yeah, there's lots of options for you. I would go back to the slide, but I think the application checklist is the most important. But yeah, there's a wide variety of options of support for you. So yeah, you'll never be alone at Huddersfield. There's always going to be someone that can help you out. Are there any part-time jobs available? Yes, there are. So the job shop would help you get this job. So during term time, you can only do 20 hours a week. However, outside of term time, you can do as many hours as you want. So 20 hours a week on minimum wage at the moment. So minimum wage is about £11.50 an hour. So times that by, so about £225 a week you could get. So that's about roughly £1,000 a month. And that's during term time. However, as I said, outside of term time, you can do as many hours as you want. IELTS scores for master's program. So it's a general rule of thumb is 6.0 overall, with no score lower than 5.5. However, some courses the requirements are a little bit higher. So, for example, a nursing course, this might be 6.5 overall with no element lower than 6. However, as I've said, please do check the course finder on the Huddersfield website because that has all the information that might be course specific to you. And I don't know all the course requirements off the top of my head, so please do go onto the website and check your course. Future scopes. Would you mind rephrasing that question, please, Mahedi? So quite a few people just talking about their offer letters and fulfilling conditions. Yeah, so if you have met your conditions, you will receive an offer letter. It's just a matter of time. So please do be patient. There's obviously a lot of students applying at this time of year, especially very near to the deadline. So as long as you have applied before the 13th of July, I would not worry. You will receive an offer letter in time and you will receive your visa in time. It will all be fine. The admissions team just needs to get through a lot of applications at the moment. But yeah, there's nothing to worry about. You will receive your offer letter. What career opportunities are available after graduation? So Huddersfield can help you in your career opportunities, and obviously graduating from Huddersfield, which has world renowned for its research, its standing in the UK, it's going to look good on your CV, and also as I said, Huddersfield will help you to get that next role, to help you on your next step in your career. However, you will need to get the job yourself. So, for example, after I left, it was Northumbria University. I graduated from there with a master's degree. They did offer support, for example, with my CV, interview practice, things like that. So they support you in finding your next role. However, they're not going to find it for you. So that is up to you. And obviously, you need to do the interview yourself. You need to write your CV yourself. However, there are options of support for you at Huddersfield, similarly to Northumbria. So yeah, there's going to be options for you at Huddersfield that you can take advantage of to help you after you graduate. However, as I said, Huddersfield aren't going to find that job for you. And with the graduate route, after you graduate, you get 2 years of living and working in the UK. So yeah, Huddersfield, after you graduate, will help you. However, you will need to find the job and get the job yourself. Hello, Ciaran. I applied on 24th of June. Still no update. Yep. So as I said, for all things offer letter, please just send to that email, c.o'connor@hud.ac.uk. That's on the screen. Just send your student number and the date of when you applied. And if it's been longer than 2 weeks, then I will happily chase the admissions team for you. I don't mind being annoying, because it's quite annoying that they're taking so long. So, it's a two-way street, I suppose. Yeah. So as I said, send your student ID and when you applied, and I'll do my best to help. Yep. So just if there's any more questions, guys, please do put them into the chat, and I'll do my best to help. Yep, Gotham. Just send it to my email. So the email is at the top of the screen there. So just above the application checklist, you can see the email. Yeah. So just send it there. Any live yeah, so Sharia, I would encourage you to check the course catalog, also the course finder. So you will find out all things very, very course specific. So if you want to know about the modules, how long the teaching, how many teaching hours there are a week, things like that, yeah, please do check out the course finder. And if you need more specifics than that, then check out the Huddersfield course catalog, which is a deep dive of your course and what you can expect to be learning, the assessment structure, yeah, all things like that obviously is very course specific, but also, yeah, you do need to know those sort of things. So yeah, I would highly recommend either the course finder or the course catalog. Okay, I'll give it till 10 o'clock, and then if there's no more questions, we'll end it there. Um, if you can translate that into English, that would be great. Yes, Gotham, please go ahead. Yeah, Gotham, if you want to type it in, otherwise, that is the last question. Tuition installed? Yeah, so the conditions deadline is the 15th of August. However, you don't have to pay the whole tuition fee all at once. So as long as you hit 50%, um, sorry, yeah, so the deposit is 50% of the annual tuition fee. So as long as you pay that by the conditions deadline, it's fine. However, you can pay it in as many installments as you want. So, for example, if you want to pay it in, so for example, it's £7,000, you could pay that £1,000 a week over 7 weeks. Yeah, so literally in as many installments as you want. You just need to hit the 50% by the conditions deadline. That is the only important thing. Okay, well, so there's no more questions. So I will be on Zoom tomorrow for the spot offer sessions. So it's from 9 a.m. UK time until about 11 a.m. UK time. So it's, yeah, as I said, it's going to be on Zoom. So watch out. So AHN are going to share the link for you guys. So yeah, keep an eye out for that link. It's very important. And last month from hitting tuition fees. Not sure what you mean there, Gotham. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. Sorry. If you want to rephrase that, I can maybe try answer it. But yeah, as for the Zoom tomorrow for the spot offer sessions, yeah. So as I said, AHZ will be sharing that link. So just keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I will be same time tomorrow, or 9 a.m. UK time on Zoom. So make sure to double check that application checklist. It's available on the Huddersfield website. So please do go onto the Huddersfield website today. So before you come along tomorrow, please do all the checks that you need to. Please check your course, the one that you're interested in. Please check that you've got the funds. Please check that you've got your CV ready, your qualification certificates, references if you need them. Yeah, so please just check the application checklist. And yeah, so when you come along tomorrow, if you're prepared, I'm sure we can give you an offer on the spot. Obviously, spot offers. So yeah, well, thanks to everyone. Thank you everyone very much for joining. Yeah, and I hope to see at least some of you tomorrow. So well done on the quiz, those of you that got the questions right. Yeah, so I hope it was quite informative today. And last thing, as I said, please do get in touch with me on the email at the top of the screen there. just above the application checklist. Oh, yeah. So AHED have put the Zoom link in there. So yeah, as I said, same time tomorrow, 9 a.m. I will be on Zoom, ready and waiting for you with all your great documents. And yeah, I hope as many as you come along as possible. And yeah, it's been great chatting to you all. So yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. All right, see you guys.